Well, hello. My name is Felipe, and I'm going to talk about myself in this video. My name is Felipe. I am 23 years old, and I was born in The Hague, Holland. I'm not real sure why my mom had to travel all the way to Europe during pregnancy, but I guess that my dad's work had to do with it. He was working at that time at the United Nations. The headquarters of the United Nations were in that city. I didn't stay too long in the Netherlands. I just spent a few seasons, and then I was going back to Colombia with my beloved mother, my father, and my brother, who is older than me, but by the way. I've always had a strange feeling about going back to that city, despite I have been in Holland a few times, and most of my good friends are from there. I haven't returned since I was born. I find very peculiar being from a place that I don't remember at all. My brother is 25 years old, and he's a lawyer, and right now is working here in Bogota. He's a specialist in urban law. I study architecture in the Pontificia Universidad Javeriana in Bogota. My father is an architect too. He didn't influence me to study the same career, but I feel inspired by his work, and I've always admired the way that he enjoyed doing it. When I told him that I wanted to become an architect too, his reaction wasn't what I expected. He wanted me to become a musician or a writer, and beside, I had serious experience those with both of those careers. I didn't find them as interesting or as enjoying the space where the life happens. Uh, it's always for me interesting to visit nice buildings where the space makes me think about all the questions that were answered in the process of design. My favorite architect is Louis Kahn. He's an exponent of the modern architecture, and his principal work is inspired by silence and light. These buildings inspired my way of producing architecture with those concepts along. Both of them are real strong concepts and kind of clarify uh, a really unique way of making architecture. The search of light with the raw material exposed in buildings are one of the best ways to build timeless architecture. I also love listening to music, such as funk, blues, and I also love jazz music. Being trumpeters like Chet Baker and Miles Davis, my favorite ones. And I also like guitar players. I'm kind of a guitar jazz player too, so I always try to imitate the sound and the chords of Wes Montgomery's way of playing. I own a Gibson Les Paul. It was my only wish since I was 9 years old, and when I was 15, I was able to buy it with all the savings that I had so far. So it was the purchase of my teenage, and it's my favorite thing in the world. I always enjoy playing it. When I feel sad or a little bit grumpy about something, I always just plug in my guitar, and it's like a therapy. The sweet sound of the instrument make bad things disappear. It's also the best way to stay creative when you're kind of when you feel blocked about something, and it's a really good way to spend your time, and I really enjoy it. So that's pretty much what I wanted to tell in this video about myself, a little bit of a biography. And thank you very much for listening. Bye.